the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
ThaBoxingvoice.com, live here with Coach Larry Wade, strength and conditioning coach of Shawn Porter and Badou Jack. Let's start with Porter. Obviously, he's going to be taking on, Adrian Granados this week. I just spoke to him about a day ago, and I asked him, right, because no one ever thinks, oh, Porter's not going to be in shape. It's the exact opposite, right? Like, fuck, I'm in a dogfight with this guy. And obviously you have a lot to do with that, and he has everything to do with it, but what are these exercises that's giving this guy unlimitless stamina in the ring? Like, I cannot remember one fight where he's ever been tired. So,
well, you know what? I see a lot of people try to do some of the things they see we might show on whether it be Instagram or on YouTube, and it's a developmental process. We start at one place to get to another place, so when you see the videos, a lot of times you don't know where they are in the progress, in the limited things. So that being said, if you see us do ladder or something, whatever the case may be, you don't know exactly where we are in that development for that particular camp. So with me having the luxury of training him year round, it gives me an opportunity to know what his weaknesses are, to address those weaknesses, and then hopefully eliminate that before we get in camp, or definitely have him gone before we get into the fight.
Now, is it a combination of like running? Because the reason I mainly bring up running is the headliner for this card November 4th is Deontay Wilder. He doesn't do any running. And you're a strength and conditioning coach, so I'm like, what's that magic formula? How is it that some need to do everything? I mean, because Porter told me he even runs, swims, cycles. So it's like,
we bike, we do swim, we go to the mountain, we run, we spar in the mountains, we do work in altitude chambers, we do a lot of core work. We do a lot of everything, but there's a time and a place for all of it. It's something called muscle confusion. When you change the style of workouts, that's how you get the development and the muscle development in the process. A lot of guys stay stagnant, they stay with one exercise, and eventually they stop getting the same result. So we change it up just so that we can continue to grow and develop and get faster and stronger.
Would you say Shawn Porter is your masterpiece? Not saying that you're saying it solely. Obviously, Ken has everything to do with it, but I mean in terms of a representation of Larry Wade's work.
Well, you know what? Shawn is definitely a very good representation of that. He hasn't shown any fatigue. He definitely showed consistency. But at the same time, I have to give my hands off to him because he's a true professional. When I say true professional, a lot of boxers don't want to have to train year-round. They just want to train for the actual fight. So with that being said, it takes a lot of physical, and not only physical, but mental commitment to getting better. So if he didn't have a level of professionalism, I wouldn't be able to do half the work that I'm able to do now.
Let's transition into your other star fighter now, and someone who obviously took note in what it was you were doing and hired you. This is, I want to say going to be your third camp now, or was your third camp with Badou Jack, WBA former champion and also WBC. There's rumors he might be fighting Adonis Stevenson. You'll have to put a game plan together for that. But my main question is there going to be a day, are we going to see that day that people start to compare Badou Jack's stamina to Shawn Porter's?
Well, it's a different fighter, and it takes time. Badou's first year with me, we're completed a year now, so it's going to take time for him to even pretend to get up to Shawn's level as far as the development over years. But as a fighter, Badou has already shown that he's great at what he does. He's already got better in his fitness. He's already got stronger. If you go back and look at the last 3 fights, his punch count has gone up each and every fight. The last fight, I believe the average was like 88 punches around, which is a lot for light heavy. So he's doing really good.
So obviously being able to throw more punches comes from the stamina building exercises that you put together?
But of course, it's in his bag.
And another guy.
His bag.
There's another guy I actually want to ask. I don't know if you're working with him. Seems like you might. Caleb Plant?
Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant.
I did one camp with him, the last camp. He showed a lot of agility. A lot of speed, conditioning as well. Now we're going to work on a few more things. There's a few more things I need to work on with him, but for the first camp, he did well.
So you are hired for potential future camps?
Oh yeah, he's already wanted me for the second camp. We're trying to put some things together, trying to figure out when that next fight will happen.
Speaking of, I seen him post some things on social media saying how he can't get a top name to say yes to him.
That seems to be the case.
Have they given him a date? We don't need an opponent.
They're giving him a couple of dates, but nothing solid.
Nothing for this year, though? We're not going to see Plant back this year?
I'm not sure about that.
Could he eat some turkey?
I would want him to. I mean, we've done enough in this last camp to give us a little leeway. So he's not fat. Even now, he's still relatively in range. If I had to have him ready in 6 weeks, he could be ready. Speaking
of, is that the thinking of yesteryear that eating a lot makes you fat? Because I remember Alex Ariza saying that he had to give Manny Pacquiao like 7,000 calories because he was burning so many off in the day-to-day workout.
But you know, different fighters have different, metabolisms. You got to also go with the body type. You got to go with the work rate. You know, I wouldn't say it's of yesteryear. I will say that it really depends on the type of boxer that you have in front of you.
Well, Larry, man, I want to wish you the best, obviously, Saturday night. Hopefully Shawn Porter looks the way that he always does and is another representation of Larry Worry's exquisite skill as a strength and conditioning coach. And we look to see you the next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bro.
The game could see the boxing voice.